Hello everyone, Switched Albert here. I decided to do a review about the recent Equestria Girls short movie, Forgotten Friendship. Forgotten Friendship was more, well, how would I put it, was actually an interesting movie for the short. Even though it was not much the same, or not the same as the previous movies so far, like Friendship Games or Legend of Everfree. When I first heard about this, I thought it was going to be like an episode, like from the online series of My Equestria Girls, but no, it was a bit longer. But this was actually more interesting to see how much more of Sunset's um, development as a character, also as a friend with the mostly for the with the human main six and also with the rest of the school. But how much more can I say except that this forgotten friendship was more than I expect to see, and even to see that Trixie became like a more friend with Sunset. But then suddenly, when the other of Sunset's friends suddenly have forgotten about all about her, all of their friends, their companions, their fight against sirens in Rainbow Rocks, and when she became the friend in the first movie, that was quite odd, if I had to say it. And suddenly, a new character that is a new character, but at the same time, she was actually also the school yearbook's president. But even when Sunset has evolved into more character, more from previous movies into now, it was actually something very interesting. But also at the same time, something was odd. I mean, the title itself of this episode, Forgotten Friendship. When I first heard about this title, I thought, is something but is something that caused magic that the main six who forgot about all about Sunset. But then suddenly Sunset has somehow forgotten her some of her members as herself. Then to see her travel back to Equestria to seek help from Twilight. But unfortunately, Twilight didn't have any idea how to fix this. She had never encountered any kind of spell of this. But then she asked to ask Celestia and see how to Celestia and Sunset forgive each other what happened over the last few years. And it was more than interesting to see that. I mean, what this was something that many had waited to see to happen. I think many fans out there has been wondering how would Celestia react when Sunset had returned. Well, there you have it. She was actually forgiven about Sunset's past. And even that to Celestia didn't know any about this equestrian spell, but only that the spell might be found in the Canterlot Library. But when Twilight was heard about was a restricted, that was a part of the library was not open for the public. She was much surprised, which I would understand how she react, really. But the most of the things that she saw, an entire section of library which contained thousands of books, which contains untold stories of ancient history. And they found this book or scroll with that was written by Clover the Clever, this student to Starsfield the Beard. and even to tell what happened to Clover. She might have ever that Clover entered into a human world through a portal after she found or fought against these sorcerers long time before the Equestria was founded. More part of that story was never told, what happened to Clover. But what happened to Clover afterwards when she entered into the human world is nothing to be known. But from all of this, to be heard and told it was a magic stone from Equestria, which contained the ability to erase memories from anyone except, well, from anyone. It was something that was very odd. A stone that was able to create magic to erase memories from anyone it touched. It was much quite odd, but also at the same time very interesting. We have seen all kinds of spells over the years of this on the show and in the movies. So why would they put this memory stone included? That was something very interesting, smart idea for the writers to make this part of the story. But even most of this, what else can I say about this episode? We have to see that Trixie had ended up being a friend with Sunset, which is seen like Trixie and Starlight in the Equestria. They're almost like the same thing for them as well. So, and to see that Sunset had really forgiven all her about her past, what had happened, and she really embraced friendship is more important than her own past goals for power. I don't know exactly if many want to see more of Sunset and her friends in Equestria Girls as a series and possibly another sequel as a movie. But I actually enjoyed this episode or this short movie. It was more than what I can say about it. It was actually good. So what else can I say except wow? Just wow. More than I can say about this episode actually. So what would my rating be of this episode or this short movie of Forgotten Friendship? Well, it will be a B plus. But it was not that good, but good enough. But still had this a lot of action, drama, all this excitement. What's really part is really catch your eyes on it, really. And I would like to hear what all of you think about Forgotten Friendship. You can leave it at the comment box below. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Swedish Tableau over and out.